This review was made possible by contributions from viewers like you.
Hey guys, have you ever wondered what Santa's reindeer do when they aren't flying him around the world? Well, if today's movie teaches us anything, it's that some questions are better left unanswered. This is The Flight Before Christmas. Or maybe it's Nico and The Way to the Stars. Don't you love it when American distributors don't know what to call European films? You open on a small herd of reindeer, living in the lap of luxury in a valley that's apparently very hard for predators to find. We come across our stumpy-faced main character, Nico, who thinks that because his father was one of Santa's flying forces, he has the power to fly as well. But since his flying is, well, not all that great, his peers have a hard time believing in his magical heritage. Luckily, Nico has his own Jiminy Cricket, a flying squirrel named Julius, to help him keep his chin up.
Remember how we deal with bullies? Chin up and
just ignore them.
My dad's a three-legged moose.
Yeah, and my daddy's a four-headed...
Oh!
Now that's ignoring.
How did Julius throw snowballs at them from atop Nico's head?
Nico, stay still.
Mom, why does nobody believe that Dad is one of the flying forces?
Well, no one ever met him, apart from me.
No one ever met him apart from you, huh? Obviously, Mommy here had a little one-night stand, and she just made up this story about his father so he could feel better. Then his mom tells him of the night she met his father in greater detail.
Santa's sleigh had broken down.
And what happened then?
That's when I met your dad. He was a real daredevil, and once he'd fixed the sleigh, he took me for a spin.
Ew, he's thinking about them in the act.
After that, I never saw him again.
If Daddy was so great, how come he never came to visit his son?
Well, he never knew Nico here would be born that very next spring.
Who could know?
But why didn't you go and tell him?
Because he lives with the flying forces in Santa's Fell, and no one knows the way there.
Don't you miss him?
No, I have one man in my life, and he's quite enough.
And that's where a movie begins, people. A little wham bam thank you ma'am, and a little reverse Oedipus complex tossed in for good measure. Merry Christmas, everyone!
Now go to sleep, Nico.
Mom, what's Dad's name?
Good night, Nico.
I was horny, he had a penis, that's all that mattered. You know, at least Leanne Cartman from South Park was able to give her son a name when he asked who his father was. Mama Nico here apparently couldn't be bothered to even learn that. Come to think of it, I'm not entirely sure that these other kids know who their fathers are either. Were they conceived during a massive orgy when Santa's sleigh broke down? Thanks for that, Image movie. We then meet our villains for the film, a pack of wolves looking for their next meal.
More bad luck, boss. No reindeer anywhere.
We need reindeer. We need food.
I've got an idea, boss. One word. Mosh. Huh? Reindeer eat moss, we eat reindeer. I'm simply cutting out the middleman. Please yourself.
Our luck must change. Go out there. Find food. Find reindeer.
Okay. You're welcome, Internet. We later find Nico trying to hone his flying skills outside the safety of the valley, and Julius tries to get him to come back home, but not before giving him a few pointers.
Maybe you don't have to fly. Maybe you could glide. It's really just falling, but slower.
Hey, I'm great at falling.
Good. Now, climb to the top of that tree and...
Are you crazy? Reindeer don't climb trees.
Doesn't seem to stop deformed wolf pups.
No wonder reindeer been so hard to find.
What are you on about, Specs?
They started living in trees.
It's my belief that they're labouring under the misapprehension that they're birds. Notice they do not so much fly as plummet.
Nico and his little friend, not Clarice, managed to escape, thanks to Julius distracting the wolves. I'm gonna call bullcrap with a lot of what just happened here, since flying squirrels can't really maneuver like what we see here, but it's still more believable than anything that the porcupines ever did. Now that the safety of the valley has been compromised, the reindeer have no choice but to pack up and look for safer grazing lands.
Black Wolf will be pleased.
Black Wolf. Is it just impossible to give wolf antagonists real names? How hard would it be to name him, I don't know, Black Fang or something? Specs and this other wolf give chase, and the leader of the herd manages to stop them. He does this by smashing his head into a tree, which then gives him a limp. Okay. Naturally, everyone's pissed at Nico for basically ruining their lives, so he goes off on his own to find his dad. We then meet Essie, a dog who was part of some tour making its way through the Arctic tundra, but she got separated from her bus. You get a lot of bus tours going through the wilderness here. And of course, she's a French poodle. Because if it's canine and has a vagina, there's literally no other breed it could possibly be.
Doggies! I'm saved!
Calling it now, she was written into this movie so she could be a love interest for Specs. Before Black Wolf can take a bite out of this pink marshmallow.
You're a marshmallow, sweet and tasty.
They get buzzed by the flying forces doing a little practice run.
I hate it when they do that!
Why the hell are Santa's reindeer regularly flying through this little canyon with so much frequency that this would be a recurring annoyance like this? Essie suggests that the wolves be nice, so that maybe Santa will give them a job like he gave his reindeer the jobs that they have, and Black Wolf concedes that that's actually not a bad idea. So they go off to find Santa themselves, then we jump back to Nico. Why is the valley covered in droopy snow penises? Then they meet this little Ribba McIntyre weasel named Wilma, who I guess worked for Santa as well. Maybe we had it wrong this whole time. Santa doesn't use elves to make his toys. He has an army of gerbils to do that.
We're heading north, anyway.
That's west, Captain Compass. That's north.
If camera right is west, then camera left is east. Clearly you don't belong to a species that migrates. They get caught in a freak snowstorm, which somehow lets them in on Black Wolf's master plan.
For years we've been forced to hunt and scavenge for our next meal.
Oi, Black Wolf, I think one of those droopy penises is looking at you, it is.
What? No, it isn't. I think you need Specs.
Does anyone else smell reindeer? I definitely smell reindeer.
All right, stop talking while I reveal my master plan. We're going to Santa's fell, and we're going to feast on his flying reindeer. And by eating our enemies, their strength will become ours. You will be Santa's flying wolves.
Maybe I'm barking up the wrong tree, but if you eat Santa's reindeer, don't you think he might just be a little bit upset?
True. That's why we're gonna eat Santa too! And I'll take his place. Just think of all the delicious little boys and girls waiting for me to visit.
But Santa's supposed to give children presents, not eat them.
New Santa, new rules. Next stop, Santa's Fell.
Well, this just got awesomely dark! So, Black Wolf wants his pack to eat Santa's reindeer so they can fly. I have no idea if that would work, but I gotta say, that's pretty awesome. Their main concern is finding food, but with the ability to fly anywhere in a matter of seconds, the entire world is their buffet. I'm not even gonna question how Black Wolf knows anything about Santa lore. His plan is seriously just too awesome for me to care right now. Of course, this is the perfect time for Nico to reveal he overheard everything, and they have a little chase. Oh, what, they couldn't do the spin-out move to go in there? But when everything seems hopeless...
My first number is guaranteed to bring the house down. Well, there's something that I wanna say, and there's something that I gotta do. 'Cause baby, I miss you. Woo!
Nice job, Wilma. You set off the Ice Age franchise. They survived going down this hillside because...
Physics!
Nice going, nut boy.
Nut boy?
Great. First we have Nico's mom, who will go to any buck in a storm. And now we have this thing obsessed with a flying squirrel's nuts.
My legs! I can't feel my legs!
What the heck are you doing?
All right, sorry.
Wow. Not since The Lion King has Disney so blatantly ripped off another animated film.
I can't feel my legs! I can't feel my legs!
Those are my legs.
The reindeer boy must be destroyed.
Not stopped, not silenced, not even killed, but destroyed. I'm sorry, but I love this guy just for his sheer ruthlessness. Wilma says that she can lead Nico and Julius to Santa.
Ciao, fellas. Please. We need you. We'll do anything. Huh?
Anything?
Oh no, what is she gonna ask for?
Don't get used to the view, Missy. This is strictly a temporary situation.
Oh, thank God. It's not a Bob show.
Whoa! Whoa! Can't you keep your hands off me for 1 second?
Never mind. Black Wolf catches up with them just as they're about to cross the River of Doom. And he's got supersonic howls, too. Handy. So our heroes have to contend with crossing the river the hard way. Then we get this little scene where Julius explains that Nico and his mom are really the only family that he has now.
My family didn't want me to be a singer, but I was young and restless, so I ran away from home. I've been away for years. I know what it's like to be on your own.
Oh good, the magical northern lights are kicking up. Now they can just follow them to Santa.
Yeah! Gentlemen, I give you Santa's bell!
Remember, if you don't talk to your flying squirrels about Canadian wolf pup disease, who will? Hooray! There are trees! That's the big reveal! Or does Santa live in the elephant graveyard back there where Scar is singing about being prepared?
Come on, we have to hurry. It's Christmas Day tomorrow.
I know that because of the calendar that I keep on me at all times. Hey, what? They have to go into this super creepy cave to get to Santa, And while Wilma leads them through the comparatively safer staff entrance, Black Wolf and his pack have to take the long way.
After you, Marshmallow.
But I thought I was your lucky charm.
You are. If there are any surprises in there, you get them first. Lucky for us.
I'll go first, boss.
Huh?
I'm going to miss you, Specs.
Add one more secondary character to the list of characters I find more interesting than the main protagonist.
This is it! The place where dreams come true.
Wow, that's amazing! They have their own night sky underneath a mountain. Nico makes his way to the airstrip just as the flying forces arrive.
Hey, what's the bright idea, kid? Standing on the runway?
Are you trying to ruin Christmas?
It turns out this reindeer from Cairngorms National Park is actually part of Santa's foreign exchange program. Oh yeah, I actually looked up that some reindeer do indeed come from Scotland. You can't correct me on that! Ha!
My dad, I wanted to...
Do you have any idea who we are?
Of course he does. Everybody knows the flying forces.
We're reindeer, we're not horses. We're Santa's flying forces. Ho ho! We're reindeer, we're not horses. We're Santa's flying forces. Ho ho!
Oh my god, Santa's flying forces are absolutely fabulous. We're reindeer, we're not horses. We're Santa's flying forces. Hello! So they head over to the bar for a pint. Don't drink and fly, kids. When Wilma lets them in on why Nico sought them out in the first place.
Hello, fellas. We know you're heroes and you can fly so high. You all make Christmas a special time. Now one of you will get a surprise. Listen, fellas, this boy has come a long way today. And one of you shares the same DNA. Yeah, one of you is Nico's daddy.
What?
So tell me, who is Nico's daddy?
Do any of you remember taking a young lady reindeer flying one Christmas?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Sorry, kid. This is the world-famous flying forces you're dealing with.
We're all players, and your mom is kind of a slut. We all had her that night. Since none of them are fessing up to being his dad, they take him to the airstrip for a little test.
Imagine you're a shooting star in the sky. Don't give in to your fear. If you get scared, your power of flight disappears.
Interesting. I didn't know that flight was psychosomatic. So Nico musters up all of his courage, digs down deep, tells himself that he's got the touch, and he falls like a sack of hammers.
Nico! Nico! Oh. Nico! Are you hurt?
You were right, Julius. I couldn't do it.
Huh. A kid's movie that says sometimes you need more to achieve your dreams than just believing in yourself? Points for delivering a harsh message. As if things couldn't get any worse, Black Wolf had his pack break in.
Wolves!
My god, Black Wolf is awesome! How many bad guys have their own cover of O Fortuna just waiting for them to make their entrance?
Men, assume flying positions.
There's a new Santa in town.
So they cry havoc and slip the wolves of war, which scares the reindeer so bad that they lose their ability to just fly away. Nico runs into the bar and tries to call Santa for help.
Help! Santa! The wolves are here!
You've reached Santa's hotline.
Huh?
If you've been nice all year and want to leave a wish list, please press 1. If you've been naughty,
Please hold, and one of our elf operators will be with you shortly.
All calls start at $1.99 a minute, 99 cents for each additional minute.
While Black Wolf chases after Nico, one of the other reindeer gets a present stuck on his head.
So they can't see me.
So a reindeer loses his nerve, and ergo his ability to fly, but if you simply cover his face, he just forgets that he was afraid, and he's able to fly again. Are you sure that you're a reindeer, you're not horses? Ho ho. The other reindeer get their nerve back, and Black Wolf and Nico continue their chase on Santa's sleigh. They take the sleigh into Santa speed, which I guess falls somewhere between light speed and ludicrous speed, and just when it looks like Black Wolf will have venison tonight...
I've always believed in you, Nico.
At least I won't go on an empty stomach.
Nico then dives in and saves Julius, having finally found that he does have the right stuff.
Drat! I've been foiled by the power of love!
Boss? What do we do now?
The only thing we can do, gentlemen. For Black Wolf!
Who needs reindeer when you've got moss?
You pansies. You found Santa's fell because Black Wolf had a dream. He dreamed that if you were to eat Santa Claus and his reindeer, you would never want again. And you dishonor him by just lying down and eating grass and moss. I hope you're pleased with yourselves. So Nico chases the wolves away. Ugh, God, it hurts to say that. Essie and Specs grab a bite in Santa's kitchen, and Prancer finally confesses to Nico that he was his dad all along.
You can call me... Dad.
I didn't speak up before because I'm kind of a dick like that. Then they all get hitched up for their Christmassy flight, and... is Santa Claus Jesus?
Santa Christ, we all love Santa Christ. He is Santa and Jesus, goddamn it's Santa Christ.
Julius leaves Nico since he's with his dad now, but Nico follows him back home because he realizes that while Prancer was his father, Julius was his real dad. I know that Nico's mom was a slut, but damn! The Flying Forces come back to give Nico and Julius a proper send-off.
As a token of our gratitude for saving our lives, Julius the Flying Squirrel will from now on be an honorary member of Santa's Flying Forces.
What?
He's a squirrel, not a hamster, a hero, not a prankster. Ho, ho!
Sorry, it's the best that we could do on such short notice. So Nico finds his place in the world. Prancer says he'll show him some flying tricks sometime, and the movie ends with Nico's herd finding a new predator-free valley for Christmas.
What did I tell you? I always said the boy could fly.
Yay!
Yeehaw! Nick, slow down. Don't ever do that again. Do it again! Do it again!
So that was The Flight Before Christmas. And... actually, it's not all that bad. Admittedly, it's kind of jarring to open a kids' movie with a child protagonist whose origin story is based on Love 'em and Leave 'em, but the animation's pretty decent. It has a good message of what family really means. The little subplot between Essie and Specs is cute. Not quite Lily and Garth levels of cute, but cute. And good lord, Black Wolf makes for one awesome villain. I know I'm an asshole for rooting for someone who wants to eat Santa Claus and his reindeer to gain their magical powers, but that's what happens when you see so many other wolf antagonists whose motivations are, I'm the bad guy because I just am, shut up! It also would have been better if this movie had more to do with Christmas than just using it as a backdrop. But just being good can be enough of a gift on its own. See you later.
You're You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. You really are a heel. You're as cuddly as a cactus. You're as charming as an eel, Mr. Grinch. You're a bad banana with a greasy black peel. You're a monster, Mr. Grinch. Your heart's an empty hole. Your brain is full of spiders. You've got garlic in your soul, Mr. Grinch. I wouldn't touch you with a 39.5-foot pole. You're a vile one, Mr. Grinch. You have termites in your smile. You have all the tender sweetness of a seasick crocodile, Mr. Grinch. Given the choice between the two of you, I'd take the seasick crocodile. You're a foul one, Mr. Grinch. You're a nasty, wasty skunk. Your heart is full of unwashed socks. Your soul is full of gunk, Mr. Grinch. The three words that best describe you are as follows, and I quote: stink, stank, stunk. You're a rotter, Mr. Grinch. You're the king of sinful sots. Your heart's a dead tomato splotched with moldy purple spots, Mr. Grinch. Your soul is an appalling dump heap, overflowing with the most disgraceful assortment of deplorable rubbish imaginable, mangled up in tangled up knots. You nauseate me, Mr. Grinch, with a nauseous super nos. You're a crooked jerky jockey and you drive a crooked hoss, Mr. Grinch. You're a three-decker sauerkraut and toadstool sandwich with arsenic sauce.
You've reached Santa's hotline. Have you been a naughty little boy? I bet you have. What are you wearing, naughty little boy? I have a candy cane in my pants for you. Get naked.
Subscribe, like, follow.